welcome back to Non-Stop Wrestling Smackdown Part 2. Beautiful Davison here, and Paul Heyman is in the ring saying, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Well, we know that, Paul, you have to tell us every time. But he's saying, I have clients here in Non-Stop Wrestling. Connor Rhodes is going to win the European title at SummerSlam, remember, for a man elimination now at SummerSlam, so that will be interesting to see. He himself, Corey Graves, AJ Styles and Chuck Taylor, just been announced as the four-man. And he says the other one is Mundo. He's going to become the next Non-Stop Wrestling number one contender. Well, we will see that. And he says, when you're a Paul Heyman guy, good things happen, and that is why I'm telling you there's more in the pipeline. I watch people and a deal is about to be done. Well, so Paul Heyman is saying there is going to be more coming up. But next it is the number one contendership match for the Non-Stop Wrestling title. It is the Mundo, The Miz, Ken Shamrock and Dean Ambrose. These four men, single elimination. So it's the first person to get the pinfall or submission will face Joe Hennig at SummerSlam. And here is a Paul Heyman guy, as he would say. It is the Mundo. Has been impressive in Non-Stop Wrestling and was number 3 in the draft for Smackdown. Is tonight his breakout night? We will see. But the Mundo is the first of 4 men in this match. Number one contendership for the Non-Stop Wrestling Championship. Joe Hennig waits the winner. And here is the former world champion, The Miz. Surprisingly drafted by Smackdown at number 6. And made his debut here last week by defeating Sami Zayn. And he will be looking to get back into the title picture tonight with a win in this fatal 4-way. The Miz, who was unsuccessful against Daniel Cage at Money in the Bank before being drafted over to SmackDown. So big opportunity for him to get into the title picture here on SmackDown, and he will do so if he can pick up the win tonight. But this man is not to be, well, put aside lightly. Ken Shamrock, MMA fighter, world's most dangerous man. And the way he defeated Adrian Phoenix last week showed his intention of what is going to be here on SmackDown. A very ruthless individual. And I think one person Joe Hennig would not like to face down the road. Number 3 in this match, Ken Shamrock. But look who is number 4. Dean Ambrose, the leader of the Shield, was put into this match after defeating Kevin Nash last week. Our GM, Tim Jones, said he was so impressed that he had to give Ambrose the chance. So Ambrose is the 4th man. It's one pinfall or submission and you become the number 1 contender for the biggest prize on SmackDown. So much already happened tonight. We have seen Adrian Phoenix defeated by Ryback, and we've seen Chuck Taylor already added to the European title picture at SmackDown, and Edgar has returned. But here we go, fatal 4-way, so it's everyone against everyone. Miz going straight after Mundo. Remember they had a bit of a set to a few weeks back. Ken Shamrock going after Ambrose. You've got to be careful in these type of matches, because you may be on one opponent, but somebody else who could be getting pinned, and you could lose the match. So Miz, Mundo go at it. Mundo, big spine buster, while Ken Shamrock has Ambrose in the corner. So fine margins in these kind of matches. Ken Shamrock going to work on the announce table here, as the Mundo has not left Miz alone. In, takes him over, goes to the cover. Dean Ambrose quickly there to push Miz onto the ropes. And Ambrose, big, it looked like a knee lift to Ken Shamrock. It's difficult to keep an eye on all the action at all at one time here. And look at this, Mundo into a sort of submission with Ambrose quick enough to take him off. Mundo still working on the Miz, a big clothesline. And again, going for the submission move. Ambrose and Shamrock, again Ambrose coming across trying to stop it, which he does. Mundo trying to finish this early on. Ambrose dropping Shamrock. But look at this, belly to belly, overhead throw. Ambrose into the cover, gets only a 1. Mundo and Miz have not left each other alone since the beginning of this match. Mundo slams down the Miz, and now watches on as Shamrock goes to work on Ambrose. What is this? Again, another powerbomb coming up. Yes, it is. A second powerbomb as Shamrock hits Ambrose off the top rope. Both men go into covers, and both only get a 1. Simultaneous covers there. Miz is trying to get out of here, trying to get something, get a breath here, as Shamrock inside the ring takes Ambrose over with a headlock. Action, and then Mundo now gets his face wrapped around the ring post a couple of times. And Shamrock now outside with Ambrose. Still, the fight goes on between Mundo and Miz in the ring. Shamrock and Ambrose to the side. Ambrose thrown forcefully back into the ring as Mundo continues to beat down on the Miz. Remember, 1 pinfall, 1 submission, get you the win. And look at this. And the backbreaker takes Miz down. Could that be enough to put the Miz away? Especially after all the punishment so far. Into the cover. Yes, it is. That's the 3. And the Mundo will now go on to meet Joe Hennin at SummerSlam. Wow, what a victory there. And I just think all the punishment took its toll. Then the big backbreaker. And the Mundo enough to put away the Miz. And, well, Shamrock was outside, didn't see what was going on. And, well, your new #1 contender is the Mundo. And is Paul Heyman right? Is it that if you're a Paul Heyman guy, good things happen? But your winner, the Mundo, and he will now face the non-stop wrestling champion Joe Hennin, who we'll see later in action against Dustin Healy at SummerSlam. Well, the Mundo will now have to concentrate on that. And what a big win it was for him tonight. What another big win for the Paul Heyman stable. As we now go backstage with Boulder, who's with Joe Hennin at this time. His guest is Joe Hennin. Mr. Hennin, we now know it's you against Mundo at SummerSlam. He says, that's right, Mundo at SummerSlam. And do you think he scares me? Do you think I'm worried about losing the title at the biggest party of the summer? Not one bit. Oh, well, there's some guts from Mr. Hennin, especially after what we've just seen. He says, you see, he may think he's better, he may think he's going to win, but that's all he can do. Think at the end of the day, this baby is staying with me, and that is just perfect. Well, a little bit of a cheesy line for Joe, but as you say, you've got to give the champion credit. He has done it. He has defended the title, and he will now meet the Mundo at SummerSlam on the 14th of July. And here comes Dolph Ziggler. Tag team action coming up. Now, the reason we can't show you why we have tag team action, because Fandango has said he has got a mystery partner to take on the team of Dolph Ziggler and Sami Zayn. So this is why we haven't got a graphic like we usually do before the match. But here's Dolph Ziggler. Turned up here on Smackdown last week, defeated Fandango. And now tag team action as Dolph teams up with Sami Zayn, who is this new mystery partner. That's what I would like to know. Fandango I tried to get a word with Fandango earlier on today, and he just would not answer anything. No questions I would ask him, he wouldn't answer. So it's going to be very interesting. Here is Sami Zayn. Sami, who came over in the supplemental draft for SmackDown. So much potential, as we've seen in recent weeks. So looking to lose to The Miz last week. Put on a very good show. And one is definitely for the future here in non-stop wrestling. But who are they going to fit? Who is Fandango's mystery partner? This is what is the buzz around the locker room all day. Who is his mystery partner. We will soon find out, but Sami Zayn joins forces with Dolph Ziggler for this one. Well, here comes Fandango, the flamboyant one. Seems to be in a very cocky mood today. See just who this mystery tag team partner will be tonight. So much rumour, speculation, who it can be. But we will find out in just a short while. Fandango was not happy after losing to Dolph last week here on Smackdown, and said this mystery partner will be just the revenge he wants to get on Dolph. Let's see who it is. Oh my goodness, I know that music. It's Mark Henry. Mark Henry is in Non-Stop Wrestling. He is Fandango's mystery partner. Wow. Well, there we have it. It is going to be Fandango and Mark Henry taking on Dolph Ziggler and Sami Zayn. This man is huge. World's strongest man. So much experience behind him. And he is, well, just one man you will just not want to be on the bad side of, and that is definite. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, is here now in Non-Stop Wrestling and is Fandango's mystery tag team partner. It means he will be signed up to the Smackdown brand. And I think people of Smackdown have just realised that their game has just gone up a bit in the acquisition of this man. Mark Henry is on Non-Stop Wrestling. His debut, along with Fandango, is coming up. I'm just in awe, absolute awe of this guy. And here we go, Fandango and Dolph Ziggler will start the match off. So Mark Henry is here in Non-Stop Wrestling. He is Fandango's mystery tag team partner. And well, what a tag team partner to have, really. Fandango going to work on Dolph Ziggler. Fandango, who was drafted 9th in the draft, only to face Dolph last week and come up short. Saying not happy, this is why he has got Mark Henry in. Mark Henry, big man, very big individual. Just look at him on the apron. If you get a shot of him, he is not a small individual, to say the least. And here he comes. First time in the match. Oh, big punch in to Dolph Ziggler, midsection. And he looks to take advantage with some power moves early on. So much as see happening. SummerSlam come to you 14th of July, live, exclusive on our Twitch TV channel. Make sure you join us for that. Such a big event. Make sure you see our wiki page for updated cards on SmackDown and on SummerSlam, Raw and NXT. Programs all shown on our Twitch TV channel and our YouTube channel. As Sami Zayn into the match and just being tossed about like a rag doll by Mark Henry. And a nice shot there with a shin across the knee. This Mark Henry, just look at him compared to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is so outmatched here on the weight department and the size department. Just, well, what do you do when you're in there with a man like Mark Henry, who's got that much power? Remember, still coming up tonight, we have Dustin Healy, the Mr. Money in the Bank, taking on Joe Henry, the world, the Non-Stop Wrestling Champion, tonight in the main event. That is coming up as Mark Henry takes control. Sami Zayn trying to get some offense in here, is not doing a lot. As Henry, big headbutt to the back, takes him down. Fandango once tagged in and will get tagged back in. Sami Zayn not having enough. Oh, hits Henry. That is not going to impress the big man, but is caught by Fandango. The reverse STO, and this should be it. into the cover, hooks the leg. That is a 3 count, and Sami Zayn has been caught really trying to cheap shot Mark Henry, and then Fandango catches him, reverse STO, and that is a win for Fandango and Mark Henry. And really, Sami Zayn, I think, just had enough really. Mark Henry tried to get a cheap shot in, did get one in, and then got turned around right into the STO, and this one is over. Fandango will pick the victory up, and himself and Mark Henry, a debut match here on Smackdown, will claim the victory. But a big win, and well, with Mark Henry now on Smackdown, the roster continues to grow, and well, with this man on it, bad times ahead for the Smackdown roster. But your winners in this one are Mark Henry and Fandango. As we're backstage, and this is Adrian. Is that Adrian Phoenix leaving again? Well, he already won the wrath of GM Tim Jones last week for leaving. Well, he's leaving again. Surely bad things were going to come for him. And we're backstage with the European champion, as Boulder has Corey Graves, saying that Tim Jones has now made your match at SummerSlam a 4-man tag team match, 4-man elimination match, and he says, so once again the cards are stacked against me. They say, I've done it before, I beat all men in the match, and SummerSlam I will still be the European title holder. Well, you've got to give Corey Graves, he does have to go through 3 other men. He says, you see, all the best champions have plans, and I always have a plan. That is why I've had this title for a while now, and this is why the rest of the boys in the match should just do the best thing for the champ, and that is to stay down. Well, you've got to give Corey Graves full of confidence. We will see, though, on the 14th, if he can defend his title at SummerSlam. Well, that is it for Non-Stop Wrestling Smackdown Part 2. Beautiful Davison signing off. Please like, subscribe, all that, and remember to join us for Part 3.